Okay, welcome along, Graeme, to Decadence here
Hello.
at the Arena Stourbridge. It's great to have you here with us.
Well, it's good to be here.
Really looking forward to your set. Obviously, you're about to go on in around about half an hour's time. So you've seen the venue. What do you think of it?
Well, it's fantastic. I mean, you can tell it's an old cinema with a sloping floor. But yeah, it's a really, really good venue. I mean, it's like centred around a dance floor, DJ box looking down on a stage. Yeah, really good.
Superb, superb. And we've got some nice surprises as well with some pyrotechnics and acrobatics and things like that as well.
Oh dear.
I have no doubt that you'll see firsthand on the stage. You'll have front row.
As long as it's not in the DJ box.
No,
that's right. That's right.
Not at all. So, how would you describe the music that you're playing at the moment?
Oh, that's a tough question to answer. I never know what I'm going to play until I play it, to be honest. But most weekends now, it's a kind of mix of new stuff and a few classics thrown in as well. Thing is, at the moment, there's lots of like amazing house tunes that sound like they were made 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I play a lot of that stuff. But it depends on the crowd, you know. I mean, like on Thursday night I was in Dublin and I played a set mainly of like really early acid house stuff.
Yeah.
But then I was in Australia the other week playing a mix of new stuff with a few kind of big kind of mid-90s classics in. So I think, to be honest, I've been doing this for 28 years, and the fact that every weekend, every gig is completely different is one of the reasons why I'm still doing it. It keeps it fresh for me.
Yeah. It's nice to have a change all the time.
Well, it's variety. I mean, I just couldn't play the same tunes every week. We'd have to give up, I think.
Yeah.
I'd have to just
I know the feeling. I do know the feeling, most definitely. So what do you think might be your ultimate tune if you were to try to pick one, or try to sort out what one? I mean, Alistair Whitehead earlier today, he mentioned Prince 1999.
I knew, before you said that, I said, I bet
he described it as the perfect dance record.
Well, that's a great thing about club music and dance music. Everyone's got a different opinion. It's very subjective.
Yeah.
I think, this is right off the top of my head, my ultimate dance record, club record, is a track called Surrender Yourself by The Dow. It's about 10 minutes long, and it's just really beautifully crafted.
Yeah.
It's from the kind of early, I think it's from about 93, 94. Because I used to play at the Hacienda, so it must be from around then. But it's also fantastic when you want to nip to the toilet. And as a DJ,
I do know exactly what you mean.
Who does quite long sets? It's good to have a record that you can rely on. I don't play it very often because it's quite an obscure one, unless you're a proper house head.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just pops into my head and I just mix it in, and it's just really chunky, and it's got these great organ stabs in it, brilliant bass line, and a quite kind of ethereal vocal, and this woman's voice going do 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 do. It breaks down like that. It's just brilliant. It's just one of the greatest records ever made.
Superb. Sounds absolutely superb. Don't know why I said superb so many times. Then no idea.
Well, don't say superb. Then. Leave that to me. Superb.
Yeah. Rightio. So we're here at Decadence. Obviously the whole idea of the night is glam, chic.
Is it? Oh, dear, I've got the wrong jacket on.
I know, I'm not doing too much better myself, I've got to admit.
Next time I'll wear my velvet jacket.
The question we're asking to all of our guest DJs is, what is the most decadent thing that you've done?
The most decadent thing I've done?
Yeah.
Wow, I've done lots of decadent things, but I think the most decadent thing I did, which cost me a bloody fortune, and if I hadn't had kids, I'd probably have carried on doing it and lost a fortune. I bought quite an expensive classic Ferrari and raced it for 3 years in the Formula Ferrari Classic.
Super.
And it was great fun, but when we had twins 7 years ago, I realised that I couldn't really afford to keep doing it, and then I worked out. The thing is, I was never very good at keeping tabs on how much it was costing me until we had twins, and then I looked back at how much it costed me and couldn't believe how much money I'd wasted. It was great fun while I did it, though, to actually be sat on the starting grid in your kind of overalls and fireproof underwear with your roll cage and your helmet and everything, and your transponder in the car to time you, do qualify, and it was just brilliant. But when I just thinking about it now, I'd rather have the money back, to be honest. But there you go. It was great fun.
Superb. Well, that's all that we've got time for, because obviously you've got to go down and get ready for your
I've got to go and do my thing,
Yeah. Thank you ever so much for talking to us.
Thanks for
taking
having
the time
me.
to talk to us. One of the nicest guys in dance music.
Oh,
it's well known.
nonsense.
It's well known. It's well known. I've met you a few times before, and every single time.
Oh, just as I say, if just be yourself. That's what I try and do. I don't try and enlarge it like some of these so-called up-and-coming DJs who just think they're a bit full of themselves. That's not a good way to be. But there you go. Well, thank you very much.
No problems. Thank you.
Pleasure.